Winner moves on. Loser sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild card game. It's the one-game American League wild card playoff between the Cleveland Indians and the Texas Rangers. Hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian getting set to bring you this one on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, everyone has different opinions about these one-game wild card matchups. Kind of tough that your season comes down to this after such a long season, but it certainly creates a lot of excitement and drama. The pressure's on, so we'll see who handles it better and finds a way to win.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2026 Texas Rangers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to survive the wild card game.
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Archie Bradley gets the nod here at home for the American League wildcard game. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And you talked about fitting a profile for a right fielder. Big surprise who brings the absolute bazooka to the game today. That is the right fielder. Don't look for anyone to test this guy.
Digging in now, Francisco Lindor. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch on its way. And we are underway in Arlington as the first pitch of the night is taken here for ball one. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Weather shouldn't be much of a factor. 71 degrees here at game time. The 2-1. Popped him up. Murphy is there. He's got it one away. Stepping into the box, Justin Knapp, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Aguero ranging into the outfield. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Just underway in Arlington. to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Skied into straightaway right. Judd is under this one. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Indians go down 1-2-3. Now the Rangers will get their first crack scoreless. A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. What's important for this lineup as you look to earn a berth into the division series, D-Row?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Alfonso Franco is on the mound for the visiting squad in this AL wildcard matchup. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And can we please focus on Francisco Lindor, one of my favorite players in the game? Let's check a few boxes. Charisma, check. Switch hitter, check. Cannon for an arm, check. Hit for power, check. Enough said.
Standing in, Andres Alvarez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First offering on its way. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Alvarez gets his lead at first, nobody out. Popped him up. Lindor will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. So next to the plate for Texas, Aaron Judd. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Count 0-2.
Count remains at 0-2. The next 0-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 0-2. Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Gibbons ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Tomas Garcia is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-2 pitch. And a sinker, called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Digging in the switch hitter, Brandon Eller. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Brandon Eller.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder has a beat on it, and that's the first out of the inning. So coming to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
Into the box, Frank Cabrera, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, one run feels like 3 or 4.
Judd back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Striding in for the Indians, Kenny Gallegos. First pitch coming, here it is. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Fastball called for strike 2. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Murphy corrals it, but the throw is late, so the inning will continue after the strikeout pitch gets away. And not what he wanted to do there, is now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning. Into the box now, Darrell Gibbons. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Changeup in for a strike. High in the air out to center field. Number 38 is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Indians are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Cleveland. Up next for the Rangers, Guillermo Avila, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. A ball and no strikes. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself into scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. Avila leads off second with nobody out. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. For the plate now for Texas is the DH, Kyle Tucker, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. 1 out and a runner on third. That's lifted the other way out to left. Knapp is there. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And the run will score from third as that ties things at 1. Riding into the box, Carlos Aguero. First pitch on its way. Fastball here too low. It's 1-0.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. The 1-2. Lined hard toward right center. Cabrera is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Some of our nation. Into the box, Chris Ewell, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Ewell makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Under it is the center fielder. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting.
Standing in, Francisco Lindor, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pulled high in the air out to right field. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third. Digging in, Justin Knapp. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Lays off 1-0. This is lifted out to left. Left fielder giving chase. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. Home half of the third coming up. Now batting, John Ryan Murphy, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Now the pitch. Grounded to short. Lindor is right there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 28.
Digging in for his second at-bat, number 28. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Soft liner towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Now at the plate, Clint Frazier.
Leading off for the Indians, center fielder, Clint Frazier.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Aguero backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Brandon Eller.
Now at the plate, Brandon Eller will swing it from the left side right here. First pitch on its way. A changeup over the inside corner.
0-1's the count.
One out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Tried to get him out front, but it's a ball, 1-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Kyle Schwarber. He's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. And that's the third out. Nothing across here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. All tied at 1-1. At the plate, Aaron Judd comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Right fielder, number 99.
First pitch on its way. Drilled right back up the middle, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
On to first, and they get them both.
Third baseman, number 00. Guillermo Avila.
Coming to the plate now, Guillermo Avila. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Little dribbler down the line. That winds up foul for the second strike. Fouled away. The next 0-2. And he just barely makes contact there as this is fouled at the plate, and it remains 0-2. Two out, nobody on. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
Still 1-2. The 1-2. And we'll see another pitch here as this ball's chopped foul at home plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And he struck him out as this epic battle goes to the pitcher. And striding in, Frank Cabrera.
Right fielder, Frank Cabrera.
First delivery to him on the way. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
The 1-1 home. To short. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the fifth. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. First offering on its way. Hit hard towards center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of a wind-up ball game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, but you try to in between starts to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch, and he's been out of the windup most of the game, so we'll see how he reacts here after this base hit.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
3-0 now. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. Gallegos stands at first with 1 out. And that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Here's the 3-2. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away. So striding in, Chris Ewell. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base pass, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Here's the 0-2. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, that's a great take right there. He might have been frozen by that pitch, but it missed by just enough to give him life in this AB.
Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. 0-1 the count. A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. Step on the bag for 1. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Now batting, left fielder, Justin.
Ready once again, Justin Knapp. And we'll Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
You got to love that as a hitter right there. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, you have to find a way to take advantage of the count.
1-1 to count. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Sliced hard, but foul to the left. He's set. Here's the 2-2. 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
3-2 pitch. Throw to the plate. And they'll nail him at the plate as he's tagged out. Indians forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Indians on top 2-1. Stepping up to the plate, number 38. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Center fielder, number 30.
Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Count is 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2. Here it comes. And he's able to fight this one off. Foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Gibbons from the outfield grass. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Up next for the Rangers.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker. Earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Down the first base line. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Stepping in, Carlos Aguero. Here comes the first pitch. There's a strike. 1 run on 3 hits. And no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Grounded down the third baseline. But that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. Up and the 0-2 pitch. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. Now another 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. Our score remains 2-1. Settling in now, Clint Frazier.
Leading off for Cleveland, center fielder, Clint.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Alvarez ranging up the middle. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
First base, Brandon Eller.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit back up the middle. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Kyle Schwarber will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. We flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Either he missed the take sign or they're just not thinking as a team. The first two guys out on one pitch, so it could have been a 3-pitch inning if he would have made an out right there.
Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Digging in to try it again, John Ryan Murphy. They'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Murphy, a former Red Sox, who was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, Matty, there's not too many guys in their mid to late 30s that are going to get more than a one-year deal, but this guy is a veteran presence in this clubhouse and on this roster, and he has been invaluable.
Now the 2-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Lined hard toward right center, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Dero. Breaking the ball up and away.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Murphy on at first, nobody out. And he lays off for ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is a fastball down below the knees.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
One there, on to first, a double play.
Now batter, number 28.
So striding forward now. First pitch on its way. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. There's a chopper fouled off to the left as the count moves to 0-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the. Welcome back to Arlington. 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way in front of a great slider that time. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this.
Stepping in, Kenny Gallegos. He singled his last time up. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And it's fouled away. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel, 2-1 our score. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out. So stepping in, Darrell Gibbons. First pitch coming. Here it is. Missed with a slider. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Line towards center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Ready for another chance? Aaron Judd will lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Number 9.
So here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he leaves with the bases empty, he stands to be the winning pitcher here tonight if the bullpen can hold up the 1-run lead. Sean Bankston comes on to pitch from bullpen now in an unexpected move. He's their closer, so it's a surprise to see him here in the 7th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting.
At the plate, Guillermo Avila. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. A ball and no strikes. Two out, nobody on. Slow roller back to the mound. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Rangers set down in order. They're down 2-1. Art Lieber has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 15.
Stepping into the box, Chris Ewell. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Lieber is at least partially known. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Chopped weakly to the left. Alvarez charging in on it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Shortstop.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Francisco Lindor. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. And this one runs up high, ball one. Popped him up. Garcia over to his left. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Into the box now, Justin Knapp. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Up and in for ball one. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Now the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. 3-2 to the Indian center fielder. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the eighth. Hit out towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So he wins the full count battle and finds a way to extend the inning.
Sometimes you get lucky in this game. I don't think pitch recognition wise he would choose to swing at that exact pitch. But you know what? Sometimes result is the only thing that matters.
Stepping in now, Clint Frazier. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And this one's in the dirt. No advance here, but it's 3-1 now. And now prior to the 3-1 time asked. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Indians leave 1. They lead it 2-1. So digging in now, number 38. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 home. On the ground to third. Backhanded. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning. Now at the plate, Kyle Tucker. He hit a sac fly earlier. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
A little bouncer. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Frazier has a play. 1 down. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Carlos Aguero. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. And he fouls this one off. Runners on first with 1 down. The next 1-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Ready now, John Ryan Murphy. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Runners up for second. In there. Now the throw. Not going to get him as he swipes second.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Behind 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
1-2 to the Rangers catcher.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
In the air, down the line in left. Knapp has it in his tracks. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. 1 left for Texas. They still trail it here 2-1. Back here in the Lone Star State with Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Set to start the 9th inning in this one. Ken Whitfield enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Brandon Eller will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Brandon Eller.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a the 1-0 home is taken, strike 1. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Kyle Schwarber is on deck. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Payoff pitch one more time. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th. In now for Cleveland, Kyle Schwarber. He went down on strikes last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a strike. Whitfield, a 6'3" left-hander. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Some movement now in that Texas bullpen as a left-hander starts to get cranking down there.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Ball 2. Eller aboard here at first with nobody out. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A 2-0 count to the Indians left fielder. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Kenny Gallegos waits on deck. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. A 3-0. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 50, Keone Kela.
Standing in now, Kenny Gallegos, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Now the 2-1. Fouled off. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he takes a look at strike 3 called, and that's as important as they come there. 2 big outs now.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
In now, Daryl Gibbons, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. Indians strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 2.
leading off from the bottom of the Rangers.
Here's the first pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
That's a tough take. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Andres Alvarez is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Knapp has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Riding in once again, Aaron Judd. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. And a ball 1-0. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
And these wild card games are hard enough. It's your entire season rests on 9 innings of baseball. But they put aside all the distractions that come with playing on the road and handled their business. Now it's on to the division series, one step closer to the World Series title.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Starting pitching, so obviously important to a team's success, and a great performance given here in this one by the fellow you see on your screen. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.
So for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire great crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching the American League wildcard game.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cleveland Indians, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. Left 6 men on base. For the Rangers, 1 run, 5 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the ballpark, 49,115. The Rangers thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.